Hey guys, welcome to another video. This one's just gonna be a solo let's play of Gloomhaven. If you've never heard of Gloomhaven, let me kind of break it down for you real quick. So Gloomhaven was originally released as a board game, a $140 something board game is what I paid for it. It came with a bunch of pieces. You had to buy the organization system for it separately. But it's honestly a pretty fun board game, other than the chaos of setting it up. It's really hard, and the more people you have, the harder it gets, to a maximum of 4. This is the video game, which, from the little bit I've already played of it, is a complete replica of the board game in a video game fashion. I've been thoroughly enjoying it. As I did thoroughly enjoy the board game, I just never beat it. My name's Social, and welcome to the channel, if this is your first time viewing. Let me go ahead and get all this set up, and then we'll get started. A couple things about this video, specifically, this video series. One, it'll only be uploaded once a week. Let me go ahead and read this real quick. Enhancements will affect all current and future merchants. No. The other big thing that I want to do with this video series is to help me personally grow on my recording and personal...
Welcome to the harsh lands of Gloomhaven, recruit. You think you have what it takes to become a mercenary out there on the edge of the world? We are paid to venture into the darkest forests of the region and to step into ancient crypts with the unmistakable stench of death and rotting flesh. Lovely places to earn a name for yourself. Be ready to face cutthroats, undead, fearsome tribes, and dreadful demons from other realms. You didn't find yourself as a mercenary without knowing how to crack a few skulls, did you?
That needs to be turned down. The first big thing about this is I'm going to be using this to help my solo commentary skills, because I know I lack in that department as of right now. And I've only been recording videos for a little under a month now. So it makes sense, right, that I will lack in that department. It's not something I've ever had to do before. I've never really been big on solo content or just talking to a microphone. It's not something I've ever had to do in my life before, but this hobby has become a really enjoyable part of my life, so I want to get better at it. The other thing that I'm going to use this specific series for, they're going to be longer videos than my normal content, but they're going to be straight cuts, meaning there's going to be very little cuts in between, and it's mostly going to be talking while I work on things and enjoy the game, which I want to do a lot more of is me just playing games I own, kind of like if you ever watched Steam Train from Game Grumps. It's kind of like that. I own so many games and I've beaten almost none of them. I want to run through where I'm actually just playing through these games and beating them and actually able to do it by myself and give you guys worthwhile commentary. The other thing I want to cover in this, and why it's going to be weekly instead of multiple times a week like my Final Fantasy series, which once we get past Final Fantasy 1, will be a lot better. Final Fantasy 1 is actually a really bad game in my opinion. I'm just now stubborn and want to beat it. And my Spore series, which has a couple a whole other group in it, and then a couple hit or miss episodes of other things that we've recorded here and there. But I want to this one is going to be uploaded probably every single Friday is what I'm thinking. It's every Friday. It will go over and we'll cut, and I'll talk about the state of the channel, any new projects coming up, what our current recordings are, why our live streams are so hit or miss, and we'll just kind of negotiate. Not really negotiate. I'll just kind of inform you there. Most of this will be me commentating on the video games I play. Gloomhaven was my first choice for this because it's going to be such a long game. There's going to be so much to do with it. So let's hop into gameplay, and when I get to a point that's not me narrating, I will start talking about all of the awesome projects I have in mind coming up. Before going into the harrowing wilderness surrounding Gloomhaven, you need at least 2 mercenaries in your party, brave or greedy enough to seek out adventures in exchange for gold. On your left, you'll find the party panel. Here you'll see the basic information on mercenaries in your party. Click on the first character slot. Now, I've kind of already gone through this part myself when I did a solo thing. I got like through the first quest and then stopped because, well, I bammed my head into it for a while. You can create and view and add mercenaries to your current party using the roster panel right now. Just saying create the mercenary. Next, you'll choose one of the starting classes. Each one has a unique ability and game style. As you progress, you'll level up, earn new ability cards, and unlock more classes. So, last time I did this, I went with this one, the Vermling, the Sorceress, the Rogue, and the Cragheart. I like the Cragheart a lot. He's a good tank. I think I'm gonna go these two, the Brute and him. What are you? I've actually never seen what you can do. Yeah. So, I will build the Tinkerer first. Tinkerers are quatrilists, who are experts in crafting all manner of gadgets and elixirs, often using these tools to brave the wilds, hoping to uncover ancient curiosities. One of these best starting classes to have in a larger party. He has a wide array of abilities that affect enemies or can help allies. His summons can also take some heat away from the allies when the situation requires it. Character name. Alright, I'm thinking something. I'm thinking Marty. Like, I'm thinking Marty McFly. A personal quest is the mercenary's sole reason for adventuring. Once the objectives went, the merc will retire. Beware, when a merc retires, they will no longer be a playable character. So this is a really interesting thing. This is what has drawn me to this game on multiple levels, on multiple different attempts, multiple different times. Why I want to beat this game so much. Wow, that was a lot of ways for me just to say why that this has drawn me to it. So I'm getting ahead of myself. So one of the big draws to this game is there are so many classes, and you'll lose this class as a playable class in the long run, but you will gain another class to instead you unlock a completely different class. So there's just so many different playable options, so many different balancing options you can choose from, and honestly, it's really interesting how it all balances. Though farewells can often be bitter, sometimes they have to move on to give way to new horizons. Completing personal quests and retiring mercenaries is the primary route to unlocking new character classes. Whew, I yawned. Greed is good. There are many high and lofty goals in life, sick grandmas and epic love. Ridiculous, only one thing matters, and that is money. Getting the most of it and keeping it safe. The weight of gold in your purse is a greater feeling than anything else imaginable. Grandmas be damned. The thin places. The air is thin in Gloomhaven. Well, not the air exactly, but whatever is behind the air. Like there's something on the other side. Pressing and scratching to get out. This troubles you greatly, and you've decided to travel to a new number of locations in the surrounding area and study the phenomenon further. With luck, the air won't get any thinner. I will probably go the creeper. Greed is good. That's one merc sorted, but you'll need a minimum of 2 mercenaries before you can go out seeking adventure. It is important to build a party of mercs who complement each other while in battle. Click on the second character thought in your party panel and create a new character. I'll be running with a party of 4. I'm going to choose the Brute because I haven't built a Brute yet either. The Brute employs his great size and strength to earn a living by wielding his huge sword and impressive shield. For those who pay the most, Brutes are best used as frontline melee troops, absorbing damage and protecting the more fragile, ranged damage dealers, and are best equipped with items that keep them alive longer. God, he is interesting in design. Barbarossa is what I'm thinking here. How am I going to sell that? So, Barbarossa. I'm thinking 2 R's there. Finding the cure. Kill 8 forest imps. This unlocks the scenario Forgotten Grove and follow it to the conclusion. At first, it was just a cough, one of your neighbors keeping you up at night, but then it spread and got worse. Blood boils and death. Oh, blood boils and death. The elder says a cure can be found deep inside the Dagger Forest. The forest imps know the way. If you can gather enough of their essence, you may be able to find out the way yourself. Looks like it unlocks Sawbones. Like I said, I did play the board game for a while, so I know a couple of these. Like, I don't know what this one is. The Fall of Man. Complete 2 different scenarios in the Lingering Swamps. Then unlock Fading Lockout and follow it to its conclusion. The evidence is all around you. You're right in front of your face, as long as you know how to look. Cities built on the bones of something much older. Others were here before you, and then they vanished. You must find some clue about what happened to the ones who came before. So I'm thinking finding the cure. Because the Sawbones is one of the best healers that I've seen so far. Time to do some adventuring. If you're confident with your current party, click on the center of the map. And go to the world map. So you click here. Before heading out on your first quest, you should gear up. After all, it's your first time out in the open. You'll notice each mercenary has a modest stash of gold. It's encouraged to take the money over to the merchant shop and spend it. So before that, I can't access my party yet. So we go to world map. Gloomhaven isn't known for its well-mannered folk and the good Samaritans, but there are a lot to gain from its city streets. You can choose to partake in city encounters by clicking the button below. It's encouraged that you do this whenever you're in the city, as they often give good rewards. If you ever find a quest that looks too hard, or one you've repeatedly failed to complete, the Temple of the Great Oak can grant you its blessings. For a fair price, of course, you can choose to access the temple using the buttons below. Its quest location is marked just north of Gloomhaven. You see it's flagged with an icon. As you progress, more quest locations will appear across the map to keep track of them. You can use the quest log on the right-hand side of the screen. Click on the black barrel on the entry quest log to select the quest. You can embark upon it. Ooh, shit. I don't think that broke anything. You can embark upon a quest with up to 4 mercenaries, but the more mercs you bring, the more dangerous the quest will be. Once you set out in the quest, you'll be able to change the members of your party until you return to Gloomhaven. So, another thing is you can't change your party until you return to Gloomhaven. You can't level up, and you can't buy items until you hit Gloomhaven. So, yeah. So these two are honestly, from what I understand, the tanks. I've never played this one. I'm interesting to see how it would do. It is an effective healer, which I need, because he was my healer last time. And he was interesting on how he worked. I've chosen him for DPS over her. And I will build a sorceress just because they're good. The Missants. I don't think that's a name, but sure. A baby silent among the charred remains of the once vibrant village. Your silence is one of the things that keep you alive. The townspeople were warned the area was unsafe, but they built it anyways. Then the vermlings came and killed everyone. Everyone but the baby. But now that baby is grown and wants revenge. Okay, that's interesting. Fearless stand. You've never been the biggest among your peers. In fact, all your young life, you were bullied for being small and looking different. If only those bullies could see you. Now it's time to take a stand for the little guy. Step up to all those who think they are better than you and better than the rest and show them they are not. They will sleep in the dirt just like everyone else. So I think we'll go with this one just because she can get the most kills out of most people I've seen. And I will go Mind Thief. Dr. Vanderbar. A fucking Cthulhu face. Kill 3 oozes, 3 lurkers, and 3 spinning drinks, or own 2 of each. Okay. I'll probably go with this one, but I'll go ahead and read them both. Creating poison is an art. So many ways to die, so many ways to paint canvas. You've been busy with your work up until now, but this will be your masterpiece. There are rumors of exotic creatures in the land around Gloomhaven. If you could just collect a few samples, you could craft poison that would preserve your legacy. And this one, money is power and merchants rule the world. You figure that if you can gather enough equipment together, you may be able to set up on your own somewhere. Work towards becoming a real merchant. Let the suckers keep fighting in the dungeon over scraps. This one will probably be the easiest one to get, but I'm going to choose this one. I've actually never fought a Drake in this game, so I'm interested. So now we're going to go buy some gear. We start with 30 gold each. The first mistake I made when actually playing this is I didn't realize you have to equip it. Barbarossa. During your melee attack, add stun to the entire action. Take all of his gold. I don't think it'd be too bad. On the next, does add a -1 to the deck though. Any of these had +1s, so it looks very limited in items right now. But the more you play the game, the more you unlock. Like the more prosperity you build. Which, if you look over here, Gloomhaven's wealth. If you get 4 prosperity, you unlock more items in the shop. Yeah, I'm thinking he will buy the Warhammer. We'll go ahead and equip that. And just tell me how to equip items. Simple enough. Her. Probably leather armor. And iron helmet to negate crits, because crits can be really problematic. Helm. Doesn't move much. I'm thinking poison dagger and probably a health potion. Now, I don't know how you play, but those just feel thematic for you, so I think that's literally what you're wearing on your head. Alright, simple enough. Now we're going to the city encounter. Occasionally, your dealings in the town lead you past the bustling docks. All conversations get drowned out by the constant din of loading and unloading cargo and crew. This makes it all the more surprising when you hear a voice above the noise directed straight to you. Oi! You with the hard-looking hands and big arms. I desperately need some help over here. Spare a few minutes to help make sure I get out of the port on time, otherwise I'll be stuck here until the morning. I think we should help the captain. With what is advertised a few minutes, turns out to be an hour or two as you load crates full of some foul-smelling liquid from nearby warehouses into the hold of the ship. At least the captain is relieved that he'll be able to set sail on time. He gratefully pays you, but you can't help but think that such a menial labor might be beneath you. Alright, and then we will head here. Now might be a good time to go through the mercenaries ability cards. I almost forgot to do that. So, you start out with all these equipped. You can only have 12, and then you have 3 more that you can choose to equip instead. so... I actually don't think those are worth trading out for him. So we got Skewer, which might be worth it. Balanced Measure, where X is the amount of damage you have inflicted so far this turn, the number of hexes you have moved this turn. It's not too bad. Okay. Hill 2, range 1, so he does have a healing ability. It's a move 6, but it's a banish. Okay. This would be the only one that I would think about getting away, but it has a attack at the bottom too, so honestly, I don't think any of these are good enough for me to want to trade them out immediately. Aid from the Ether is actually phenomenal, and which one did I get rid of? Ride the Wind last time, yeah. Okay. And then I was running Possession on this one last time. There is a card I just never used. Well, yeah, there's that one actually. Then Into the Night is actually good. I got rid of that last time. Alright, here we go.
Everyone needs to eat. Whatever your reason for coming to Gloomhaven, out here on the edge of the world, that simple fact is never going to change. A mercenary can't fight on an empty stomach. So when Jexera, a Valrath woman wearing a red cloak and enough gold jewelry to keep you fed for a decade, approaches you in the Sleeping Lion and offers to pay you 10 gold coins to track down a thief and retrieve some stolen goods, well, seems like as good an excuse as any to sober up. As this thief has taken some important documents, says the red-skinned merchant, her tail whipping about in agitation. I don't care what you do to him. Just bring back what is mine. Based on Jexera's description, it was easy enough to knock around a few alley thugs and get a location of the thieves' hideout. You don't find yourself as a mercenary way out in Gloomhaven without knowing how to crack a few skulls. So your target is the Black Barrow. Sounds like a lovely place.
A knapsack and a walking stick on the side of the road catches your attention as you pass. You look around, see a man squatting in the bushes. "Oh, hello," he says. "Good timing, actually. Do you mind grabbing me some leaves? Jew, it seems I've made quite a mess over here." Bring the man some leaves. You gather up a handful of leaves, walk over to him. If you weren't quite sure what was going on before, the smell definitely comes serve it. "Thanks a lot," he cheerily says. "Sometimes nature calls, am I right?" You cough an affirmation and quickly move on. Nothing of note happens. So those can give you negative effects or positive effects. They're more likely to give you...
The hill is easy enough to find. A short journey past the new market gate, and you see it jutting out on the edge of the corpse wood, looking like a rat under a rug. Moving closer, you see the mound is formed from a black earth. Its small, overgrown entrance presents a worn set of stone stairs leading down into the darkness. As you descend, you gratefully notice light emanating from below. Unfortunately, the light is accompanied by the unmistakable stench of death. You contemplate what kind of thieves would make their camp in such a horrid place as you reach the bottom of the steps. Here, you find your answer. A rough group of cutthroats who don't seem to have taken very kindly to your sudden appearance. One in the back matches the description of your quarry.
Before you enter the dungeon, each mercenary must choose one of two battle goals. A battle goal is a secret objective the mercenary ties to complete the inside of the dungeon. Killing it has no drawback, but successfully completing it in the scenario will earn your characters the reward shown. Gain 7 or few more experience, gain 13 or more. Do this one just because it feels like it might be easier. Kill 5 or more monsters. I feel like that's gonna happen anyways. Never allow your current hit point value to drop below half your maximum. Loot a chest during the scenario. I can probably make that one happen. Kill a monster during the scenario by causing at least 4 more hit points. Be the first to kill a monster during the scenario. Probably do that. So there's going to be one more slight cutscene, and then I'll start breaking down while I just kind of play the game. What we're currently editing and what we're currently uploading.
Take care of these unfortunates, your target says, backing out of the room. You can vaguely make out his silhouette as he retreats down a hallway and through a door to his left. Well, it's not every day we get people stupid enough to hand-deliver their valuables to us, grins one of the larger bandits, unsheathing a rusty blade. We'll be killing you now. Joke's on them. If you had any valuables, you probably wouldn't be down here in the first place.
So we're definitely going to edit you there, you here, and you there, then you in the center. No, I want you in front. So quite a few new kind of adjustments that we'll be going on and doing in the next couple weeks up to months, as I'll try to make this one of the first videos that go out, depending on what me and Awkward wants to do. I guess if this is the first video you're watching, I should explain a little bit about the channel. This is me and my fiance Awkward. My name's Hunter, aka Social is what I have people call me on the channel. My fiance's name is Awkward. She's not comfortable enough yet saying her first name, and I've had to edit it out of most videos up to this point. I only need to move 2, so I just do that. Getting them out first. So it's honestly really it's honestly us just having fun. Like, I'm not really looking towards making money off this. I'm gonna have it set up to where that's a possibility. I work 2 jobs, and this has been one of the least stressful endeavors I've done in a while. Like, editing videos has been really relaxing, recording videos has been really relaxing, so I'm really enjoying doing it. And so because of that, I want to make sure I'm bringing the best possible content that I physically can to y'all. So as I mentioned earlier, depending on when this video comes out, it's either going to be one of the first videos we come out, or it's going to be, I'm going to have 14 done, 14 backlogged before I even get to this one, and I'll just start uploading them then. Attack 3, range 2, what? I need a range of 3 or move. That's 1, 2. Move 4, Impaling Eruption, probably. You have a lot of cards. Yeah, I think you have the most cards of everyone here. So that's interesting for longevity then. You probably have a lot that banish themselves too. And so one of the big, well, not really big, just one of the series that we're currently doing is called is a Final Fantasy series. My fiance's never played the games, and I've always wanted to beat every Final Fantasy game made. After making a list, I realized that every Final Fantasy game made includes a lot of trash games, so I've dimmed it down from like 30 to like 26. I cut like 4 of them out. Another big series I'm doing with a buddy of mine, Arturo, and Awkward's brother Noah, is we're playing Spore for his first time. It was a little rough because the first time we recorded this, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I ran into a position of the footage got corrupted, and then the footage got corrupted, and then the audio got corrupted. So I still have that footage I'm going to edit through and just kind of make a very basic compilation of the funny bits out of those 6 hours of recording. So those are 2 really fun ones I plan on doing. I've been personally really enjoying recording them. I hope they are as well received as the recording has been. Skip the rest of it. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, she is the ability to do so much damage for no real reason. No one needs healing yet. You probably go Toxic Bow for the bottom attack, and then a ranged top attack. So Spore and Final Fantasy are going to be 2 very long ongoing series. Another long ongoing series that we're recording is this one's going to be less episodic and more episode to episode. There will be a couple branches that are episodic, but that's it. We're going to be recording Monster Camp because Awkward really enjoys Monster Camp, and I have no problems with it. I think it's a really fun game. But it's more for her than it is me. I enjoy the game. Doesn't mean it's my favorite game, if that makes sense. Go ahead and just pop that on him. Heal 3 in a range of 1, and then fire orbs. So that's going to be another really fun one. That's going to be a lot more voice acting and a lot more overall just content. We are also live 3 or 4 times a week. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Our Twitch is going to be down in the description of this video, as well as our Twitter, where I post every Saturday what days we go live. I'm currently been a little bit lazy with it because we don't really have any Twitter followers. The more Twitter followers I get, once I get some Twitter followers, I guarantee I will actually be a lot more consistent with it. It's just a matter of motivating towards it at the very most right now. he didn't get that one. Well, I didn't kill the one I thought I was going to, and killed the one I didn't think I was going to, which is interesting. So that's interesting. Another big thing to watch out for, which will probably be mentioned in most videos, is I DM for a large group of friends, which are Toro, Noah, and Social are all in. And Social is all in. I don't think there's anything in range of this one. I'll choose to move. So it's a very... What's the word I'm looking for here? It's going to be fun. I've been running D&D for almost 6 years now. Little under a decade. I have 6 players, I have a couple new players. I'm running some one-shots with them to make sure everything is kind of just, everyone's gonna vibe well, everything's gonna have fun. Make sure everybody, it's just going to be something people are going to want to do consistently before we actually jump into it and somebody hates it or something, like they don't like my DM style. Like, because I understand every DM's different. I've been doing it for so long now. I've DM'd actual adventure leagues. I've DM'd for a local comic convention that we have every now and then. I'll just kind of set up on this one. Oh, that banished that. Why did I do that? Oh, I know you need to kill 20 of these. Could have done that better, actually. Because I guess I just completely didn't set up like I was going to. So, the next campaign, I'm putting a lot of work into. And I really hope it shows. It's just me who does all the work for it. Any custom miniatures I physically make, any maps that I 3D build, which, let me tell you, it's not something that happens all that often. It is actually something that happens when I have time. Because like I said, I work 2 jobs. My end dream isn't to do YouTube as a job. My end dream is to just enjoy my life, maybe drop a job, and I want to open up my own restaurant. I spend most of my time cooking, and if there's any, and that's actually some other ideas that I've had here and there that I understand might not be for everybody. This channel is going to be really diverse. From most of the videos I've watched on developing a YouTube channel, you don't want diverse videos. Mine, on the other hand, are that's just kind of how they're gonna be. It's how I want to do things. Move 6, that's gonna burn. Move 2, heal an adjacent ally. Proximity mine. Move him, drop it there. So they have to come in. Move to heal 1, affect all adjacent allies, flamethrower. Move 4, 1, 2, 3. I'll probably burn this one to get the Mystic Ally out, and then yeah. Other things to look forward to is we're trying to get a camera so we can do some vlogs. I will be showing my face once we can get all that set up. I know Social probably isn't the most comfortable with it yet. Showing her face, that is. I have no issue with it. Never have. Probably never will. She's a little bit more self-conscious than I've been, which, you know, people are just made different. These videos are probably where you can see the most of my personality, my gibbering mess of a personality. Because I kind of just repeat myself a lot while I try to figure out what I'm actually trying to say. Guess a genuine just a little bit about me while I'm kind of here is that was a bad one. You wounded? You are. I went to college for culinary a while back. I ended up dropping out due to personal reasons. I'll burn possession. This might be bad. Okay, they only got one turn on. Most of what I do is cooking. Awkward's a pretty good cook herself. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I love her cooking, like, a lot. That one might not be too bad, but the heal might be what I need. Unless I can get it off somebody else, so I'll come back to him. I am a foodie at heart. I love to eat. I love to... I love spending time with friends. Like, I'm pretty basic. I love anime. I will be doing more anime reviews, actually. I have a really old one from like 7 years ago. Love You Weki is what it's called. It's a really good anime. I do recommend checking out that review. It's not monetized in any means. To be honest, I don't even know how to monetize videos yet. Do you have any abilities that do you? I got rid of it. I used it already. Oh, well, someone's gonna have to take a hit. Okay, that's fine. You're gonna be forced into a long rest as well. You do need to get that heal off first, actually, so. So I think the next current one that I'm going to do is going to be one on Aruma-kun, or Aruma, the demon school that Aruma attends, or something like that. Can't remember the actual name off the top of my head. It's gonna be a really big one. I also plan on doing some, like, tabletop review games, or not, like some card reviews of dead card games. That one's gonna actually be a little bit more expensive, so I'm trying to hold off on that one when I can. I'll get that set up in the meantime. Have that. I think that's gonna be another really fun one that y'all are going to enjoy. It's gonna be a little bit more high quality because it'll be scripted. About to say, better not do that again. Yeah, so we're definitely going to be buying him that helmet after all this. He'll do perform long rest. Probably trust that one. So the reason I'm being so kind of hopeful with my cards is I'm just acting great. The reason I'm being so reserved with my cards is if they banish all their cards, they will be running out. Cut here. Hey. Hey,
hello?
Are you cut?
Yeah.
Okay, give me like 15 minutes to finish up the recording I'm currently doing, and then I'll come grab you, okay?
Okay.
Alright, I love you. See you soon.
Yeah.
Another big thing that I'm doing that I think other YouTubers do is all of my videos recorded in. Doesn't matter what I sent. Are recorded in. What is it? Bulk. So it's very. So I'm editing 4 videos a week, so I can always stay ahead. I'm actually I haven't uploaded any as of the time of this recording. I'm trying to get 14 videos edited before I record any other videos. Can I save it here? But actually, I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. I promise my personal audio will get better. I'm still a little awkward at this. I think I just need to get a little bit more comfortable on the mic, at least, because this is different than anything I've ever done. I DJ'd for a while, but this is different because I don't have people. I'm in a dark room talking to myself, staring at a microphone, playing a game. It's fun, but it's different. So thank you guys so much. I will see all of you later. You have a great night. Thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright.
so good.